Snap Inc. has confidentially filed to go public. That's according to reports. The company is being valued at $20 to $25 billion, which would make it the third most valuable tech company at its market debut after Alibaba and, of course, Facebook. So joining us now to break it all down is Sherilyn Lowe. She's a reviews editor over at Engadget. And Sherilyn, talk to us first of all about this filing. Why is it under the radar? Tell us about the confidential nature. Give us some of the details here.
So Snapchat's not ready to fully talk about it yet. There's a lot of speculation as to why. They did just launch their first hardware product, Spectacles. It may kind of muddy up the marketing around that if they were to talk about the IPO right now. Of course, the election also just happened. That might affect market sentiment. There's a lot of things or reasons as to why Snapchat hasn't fully gone public with that yet, and we'll never know for sure until they talk about it.
All right, so one of the things that a lot of folks are talking about with regard to this particular company, Snap Inc., is the advertising or revenue model, right? Ad sales, which just began last October, they've grown fairly significantly. Is this a great thing, or should there be a concern? And if so, why? We're not talking about a huge amount of revenue dollar-wise, right?
Right. So once Snap Inc. does go public, they'll face a lot more pressure from investors or the public to make money and therefore increase their advertising in their app. And it's kind of a good thing that they're making money for the investors, but for users, this means a lot more intrusive content in your Snap feeds. And this might cause them to change the way they operate a little bit. There's a lot of concern over that because Snapchat's basic DNA is the fact that it's so ephemeral and it's so independent and so quirky.
All right, so speaking of the advertising aspect and getting the word out, Snap is in the midst of a very, very hyped up marketing campaign. It's got these video recording spectacles, they call them. Let's chat a little bit about this, because what's the goal here? Those are the spectacles that you're seeing right there. Is it really about selling eyewear, or is there more to it than just that?
Oh, there's definitely more to it. So putting spectacles out that are made by the company themselves gives Snap Inc. more control over the kind of content that goes up on their app. That was one of the reasons they put it out there. The spectacles have been doing well. People have been lining up to buy them. And, you know, true to Snapchat's quirky way of doing things, they've been selling them in vending machines. So they kind of did away with manpower altogether. It's really cool, at least in my opinion, and it gives Snap Inc. more breadth over what kinds of products they launch in future too.
All right, let's talk about product breadth. Snap, if it does become public on its schedule, it's going to be a different company, the same company? What's the future to Snap look like to you?
To me, I think that the IPO will give it the funds it needs to make a lot more acquisitions in the future to expand its product offering beyond just spectacles as the only hardware it does. I think it could have a real say in content in the future. It could have a chance to become the next Facebook, really, because it's got a strong base of fans in the millennial market. So there's a lot to be looking forward to in Snapchat's future.
All right, so if there's a lot to be looking forward to, if Snap's debut as a public company, hypothetically, is perceived as positive, how will the rest of the tech sector perform overall? Do you see other tech companies going public because of this? And if so, which tech companies may be primed to go public on the heels of a possible successful IPO? Is it really a bellwether?
It's difficult to say. I mean, a lot of people are speculating this will be really highly watched. Obviously, everyone will want to see how it turns out, especially considering that they'll be supposedly offering shares in March. That'll be an interesting time to see how shares do, given that the new presidency will have happened in about 2 months. Or for about 2 months. And other companies that are expected to IPO in early 2017 are maybe Uber, maybe Airbnb. And I don't know that they're exactly the same things, because Uber has got a lot more to deal with in terms of regulations in different countries and different states even. So as far as it'll be watched intently, the IPO could mean good things for smaller companies that are trying to IPO that we haven't heard of yet, but for the companies that we already want to start publicly trading, there's probably a lot more at play than just looking at the market sentiment.
Well, Sherilyn, there's no doubt in anyone's mind that Snap Inc. will be one of the most highly anticipated IPOs of next year if it does happen. Thank you so much, Sherilyn Lowe. She's the reviews editor over at Engadget, and thanks for watching. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.